Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob and this is Bluegrass Profits. In this video today we're talking about the items that I personally sold on Amazon from September 9th through September 15th of 2022. These items were all sourced through Retail Arbitrage, so if you're familiar with that, that's just going to the stores, finding them at a low price and then selling them higher on Amazon. Typically everything I buy, I'd say 90% of what I'm finding is clearance items. That's why I don't mind sharing these items with you, because more than likely, if you guys go out and look for these, you might find some, but you're not going to find many of them. That's why I want to share these items with you. Just knowing that you can go out there and find these cheaper items and make some profit. So let's just go ahead and dive right into the mix and we'll see what I sold this week. To start off here, we have these Grey's Anatomy scrub pants. These were purchased at Gabe's. This is a kind of a chain store. These were bought on June 11th. I paid $11.42 for these and I sold these for $29. This gave me a profit of $6.55, which is a return on my investment of 57%. Now, if you guys have IP alert, or maybe you've sold these scrubs in the past, other people have said that they issue IP complaints. I've had these pants now going on 4 months. I've yet to receive any sort of IP complaint from this company. So fingers crossed that they hold that, it stays true, but we will fight it when the time comes, if the time does come, hopefully not. Here we have this Under Armour Tech Polo. I bought this from Kohl's on April 10th. I paid $16.28 for this one and I sold it for $27.99. Again, this was an item I was just trying to get rid of because it had been sitting for a while. I still managed to get $2.52 profit from this item, which was a return on investment of 15%. Going forward, I don't think you can really make much of a business model out of 15%, but I was just happy to get this item sold and get the money back to me. That way I can, put it on something else, more inventory going forward. Next, we have these Under Armour Stadium Green Polo. I've talked about this one in the past. Personally, it's an ugly color, but people out there do buy it, so I don't question them. I bought these probably from Kohl's on April 23rd. I paid $22.49 for this one polo, and I ended up selling it for $40, which gave me a profit of $5.79, which was a return on investment of 26%. More than likely, at the time I bought these, I was looking to probably price this for about $65, which is I think the MSRP tag. However, it just kind of sat, so I just decided to drop my price to get this out of my inventory so I would stop collecting fees. But even for it sitting on the shelf for 5 months roughly, I still managed to get 26% of my investment back. So just so you know, that's $5.79 plus the $22.49 that I am getting back to me. So in total, that's a little over $28 back that I got there. So pretty good. I promise that not all of my items are from Under Armour, but these are going to be some Brawler Pants. I purchased these from Kohl's on April 9th, and I paid $11.52 for these pair of pants, and I sold these for $35.35, giving me a profit of $13.20, which was an ROI of 115%. One thing I've noticed, typically when I am shopping for myself personally, I'm looking for things that are an even number or ends in 99. So for example, the 35, more than likely somebody was just price tanking, and I don't know, for whatever reason that was the current price at the time, so I matched it and that's just what it sold for. Therefore, if you're shopping for yourself and you notice a lot of things like I said, not ending in zeros or ending in double nines, you probably have an idea that there's a price war going on amongst the third-party sellers. But then again, occasionally Amazon does come on at a random price, but I think that is because they are matching the third-party sellers as well to get the price. I don't know, that's my theory. Here we have some Hagger Pants. I did sell 2 pairs during this week. This one in particular is a size 44 by 30. This was like dark chocolate color. Bought these on April 3rd and there was a rack full of them. However, I only bought one just because of the data. I really didn't seem too encouraged by it, but I figured I would take the chance on one. I think so did a lot of other people that found them, because the listing kind of got flooded, but they eventually sold for me. But I paid $11.42, 45 cents for these. I sold these for $40 even, which gave me a profit of $15.65, and that was a return on investment of 137%. So again, just to keep in mind, I got that $15.65 plus the $11.45, which brings my total to like $28.10 back after I spent $11.45. So that's kind of how the breakdown of what you get back is, if you guys weren't too sure. That second pair of Hagger Pants that we're talking about, these are size 36 by 32. Bought these from Kohl's on July 12th. I paid $14.58 for these, and I sold these for a nice even $55, which gives me a net profit of $22.24. That's a return on investment of 153%. One thing about this size, I feel like a 36 by 32 is going to be a lot more common than a 44 by 30. I think going forward, if I continue to source Hagger Pants, I'm going to look to find that sizes that more closely resemble this size versus the far extremes, because I'm still sitting on a pair of 52 by 32s that I sourced probably back in February. I think I've brought that price all the way down to like $25. I'm the only seller in that size, and yet they still will not sell, even though that the pair of pants has a lot of reviews, stars, so that's pretty good, but they're just not selling. Here we have this command hook. You may have remembered watching this at a Meyer run where it was not so hidden clearance on a lot of that stuff. I bought this on August 18th. I paid $3.96 for this one command hook, and I sold it for $13.37. I made a profit of $3.68, which gave me a ROI of 93%. I believe Amazon was on the listing of this item. However, I just undercut them by a little bit, and I ended up getting the sale. That kind of incorporated me into the buy box rotation. I've noticed that if you are lower than the price of Amazon, typically the buy box will rotate to you if you are lower. However, that's not always the case, so don't rely on that. My biggest thing here is if you can get an item for a very good price where you're still going to make a significant amount of money, even if you undercut Amazon, then it's worth it. Hopefully you guys can follow along with this one. We have these Adidas shorts. They were in size 3 extra large and then 3 extra large tall. I bought these at Kohl's on April 23rd. I paid $15.54 for each of these. I believe I had 3 of the 3XLs and then 1 of the 3XLTs. This was another item that just was not selling. Amazon jumped on the listing. Obviously at a 3XL, my market is going to be a lot smaller for customers to buy from. So I just dropped these prices because I've been sitting on these probably since May 9th. That's typically around when that check-in time was. So I was trying to get rid of them, and so I sold the 3XLs for $20 and I sold the 3XLT for $21. That might be flipped, but nonetheless, I lost money on this item. I lost $3.56, we'll say for the 3XLs, and I lost $2.74 for the extra large talls. Roughly ROI negative 20%. So it is unfortunate, but you also got to think that because I had, we'll say 4 of these pairs, I paid $60 for these. I lost, we'll call it $3.50 and $2.75. We'll say $12 in total that I lost. So at the end of the day, I'm actually still returning $48 back to me. I didn't lose all of that money that I invested. So I can use that $48 roughly to go buy more inventory going forward. So sometimes it pays to just lower your prices to sell out in order to just keep going forward. One thing not pictured this week were those Lego yachts. I didn't feel like wasting my breath on sharing all that with you again. So if you're interested in these Lego yachts, be sure to check out the video at the end where I'll link last week's episode in there where I talked about these. But nonetheless, profits were a little bit smaller this week. We ended up with $113.12. That is including the negative sales from those Adidas shorts. It also has 5 of my replens on that. Those only make $2.50. Typically those are a good seller, but those have also been running out, and my supply of those replens is also non-existent anymore. So once I am out, I'm going to be out for a little while until the online warehouse that I was getting them from gets some more in stock, basically. So all in all, still made profit this week, so very happy with that. And if you guys have found any value in this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as I continue to break down these numbers week after week, just talking about what's selling on Amazon. That way you know you can go out and find just about anything.